There are things you cannot deny this administration. You can't. No matter whether you like them, you don't like them, you hate the president, you don't hate him. As far as Abuja is concerned, you cannot hate Mr. President. I know you're an indigenous of Abuja. You are. Can you, in your own way, tell Nigerians the truth? The truth, forgetting that you offer our eyes.
Well, I mean,
no, you cannot.
Mr. Minister, I think you have not been watching Horizon because
no.
When there are issues that have to do with the I said
there are things we do respect.
There are things we actually give kudos to.
We do respect to you.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to waste my time in everything.
Yes, sir.
I don't, and I must tell you that. And I don't pray. I am not looking for friendship. I don't do that.
Yeah, but we do our job and we say it.
I don't know what is going on. Let me tell you.
Done well as a minister.
No, you cannot, because if you have not done well, the ghost of the land will kill you. Because it is very obvious. Because you are from Abuja here. Whether you like me or not, no matter how you hate me, you cannot be blind not to see what is going on. You cannot. So it doesn't matter whether you like me, you don't like me, you abuse me, you don't abuse me. Even when guy who's here, you will see it everywhere. That's why I think, look, as a human being, one thing that gives me joy, happiness, I go to a place, not where you the elites are, all you know is to criticize. When I go to the villages, yeah, don't really leave me. Look at the happiness in them.
They've always done that to their ministers, to be very frank.
They have never seen a minister. I challenge any. Look, it's not that you are passing on the road to see minister. Tomorrow, I'm going to start thank you visit. Yes, in FCT, yes.
Will you be visiting the traditional rulers? Because they say you've never held a meeting with them.
Why will I tell you the such things?
The FCT traditional council.
You know, come, look, let me tell you. Maybe you don't know me very well. Visit, so I should visit every traditional.
The major one. You did it.
So who's not a major one? I hold meetings.
You did the same thing in Rivers.
No, I hold meetings. Listen, I hold meetings with traditional rulers. I don't visit traditional rulers.
What's the difference?
You don't know there's a difference.
Well, from your explanation,
I say, listen, this one, no, hold on now.
All right,
if I call you journalist to a meeting, I go and visit Benga privately. It's a different thing now. You should know that. You should know that. And I don't want them to be involved in politics.
But you visit Sergeant Awuse in Rivers.
No, he's a politician.
Oh, as a traditional ruler.
He has told you from day one, if you want to come and take the position, he was a politician before. So he does not have his own feeling. But the point I'm making is that, look, how many ministers who know these communities in the satellite town? How many? I'm not from here. How many? I can tell you from Kwali. I can go to Abaji. I can go to Babalada. I can go to Buhari. I can tell you Amak and Kuje. You cannot take it away. You can't. I don't need to. You see, there's one adage in my PC. When a lizard, you know, falls down, he look around and if there's nobody present, he plays himself. As far as I'm concerned, no matter how channels, AIT, this song has Arise, TVC, Guardian, no matter how ADBL or ADBC.
Minister, we are always for you.
I don't say no, I don't want anybody to be for me. So no matter how you do it, you can't take it away. Even those who look in government, you don't expect everybody to like you. Even those who are working within government who may not like you, when they see privately, they'll tell you, boy, they'll say the truth too.
Yes, when you are minister of state
they'll tell you that when it comes to infrastructure, they'll give you a pass mark.
Well.
But when it comes to, you know, human capital development.
No. I didn't want to say this. Yes. I didn't want to say this. Yes, where do you think that meeting was held with workers? Where was it? The meeting was held in my parlor.
It was a big win, actually.
I don't want to tell you what, you know, people like to Look, come. What is my business that the director called police for another staff? It becomes my problem. What's my business? What's my business that somebody failed the exam? Do I mark exam for civil servants? Do I mark exam for promotion? What's my business? It is as you recommend to me, I will sign. What's my business? That, oh, look, they said, oh, they gave them land and I revoked it. I said, look, I put my integrity. If you find that I did, I resign as a minister. In any case, what are you doing with the land? But that's not the point. Everything people come back to claim, you cannot substantiate it. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have, because it's over, it's over. But see, why I try to also make a point to people, it's not everybody can cajole. It's not everybody. Some people call me, look, you know, election is coming. So what is that? Am I in the ballot? Even those who are working with you, I can tell you so many prominent people of the ruling party, the comments they were making, I laughed. I said, if you know me very well, then you won't even do that. Because I do know that you have nothing substantial to claim against me. I didn't do anything. In the first place, you were never, none of you would have been a permanent secretary. It has never existed here. Somebody came and said, look, no, you cannot retard the growth. You didn't go to, because you didn't go on strike. Somebody did it. By putting him, Mr. President, bringing back the hope of the people. They've never had a head of service. Somebody said, look, Mr. President, look at this law. Mr. President, I agreed. They never had a civil service of their own. Somebody, you know, the problem we have always had in this country that just people think when you blackmail them, they should succumb. I said I would not succumb. And I didn't do it. And I will never do it. Instead, I go. Anything I know that is not, I will not. There's so many, look, so many campaigns of calumny have been said against me, and I laugh. I know where they are coming from. But I know that leadership is what it takes.
You made the allegations of what? Land grabbing?
What is that? Do you grab what? Do you
campaigns of calumny? So we're trying to understand which.
Why land grabbing? Do you grab what you can control? Do you go and grab what you can control? What is all this issue of land? Let me tell you. When there's a norm, there's a pattern, you come to change. People will fight you. Be prepared, people will fight you. I see a lot of things, I laugh. And I know that people don't like one thing that people don't easily accept. No. And part of the problem people have said against me, oh, I take decisions and I don't go back. It may hurt you, but I didn't do it intentional. It's for the good and growth of the place. If I could do River State to grow to what people are saying, in fact, one of the reasons why I work harder is because when Mr. President appointed me, I'm very big minister of FCT. So many people kicked against it because I'm not from a particular place. And I said, I will show a difference. You don't need to come from a place before you can say, you're also part of this. And that's what is going on. And everybody has shut their back off.
Let's spend the next 30 minutes or so
yes.
on developmental issues in the FCT.
Yes.
Because we do know that we are preparing for the 3rd anniversary of Mr. President. We know a lot of projects are ongoing and all of that. But let's just backtrack a little bit to some of the projects that have actually been completed but are not working in favor of the people.
Like what?
Let's start with the bus terminal.
Yes, that's very good. Now let me tell you.
It's not working.
That's what
tell us what the problem really is.
That's why you should know about government. We said we would not run it. that government is not a good businessman, right? We need private people, and they gave us a cost, and that cost is beyond ministerial approval. And so I have to go to the BPP, and BPP has given us approval, which we have to go to FEC, right? Because of the amount of money that will be charged. These are things that, well, it may be affected, but at the end of the day, you must follow due process. You will not, because people are crying, they want to use. I know how to. Yes, I didn't go and build it just to build for something. But if that is what our law, procurement process is all about, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything.
Would you like to disclose the amount?
I've told it's beyond ministerial approval, so you
Yeah,
go and check what's your business. What is important is that see where we are. And I believe that the moment FEC hosts, it will be approved. And nobody would want to go and start that work where he has no approval, no paper. It's like what's happening on my land. Somebody gives you land, oh, don't worry, I'm here. At the end of the day, you leave. The man has no documentation, no nothing. They say, oh, I've been here for 20 years. It's not, it's immaterial whether you've been here for 20 years. This is that, do you have document to show why you are there for 20 years? That's what it is. So it should be, we should bear with us.
You're doing some things about waste management.
Yes.
But the feedback we're getting is that there's still uncollected wastes in Garki, Wuse, Nyanya, Apo. In fact,
it's not correct. Let me tell you what.
Even as at this morning, I saw it in Apo on the way out. So it's
yes,
correct.
But you see, this is the problem I have. First of all, have you appreciated the fact that it has improved? You have not done that. No, I'm coming. And I tell people.
But, I started by saying, we know you're taking some decisions.
No, that is not appreciation.
Oh, we just have to tell you what we're seeing.
The point I'm making that, have we improved? Have we improved? Yes or no? Yes. Then we now move to, but just, you see, let me tell you something. And that's why we set up a center. You see, there are contractors, whether I like it or not, that I cannot be everywhere. I cannot be everywhere, whether I like it or not. Sometimes I was going to Karo, from Karo to Karachi, Apo, to check the road of Karachi, Apo. As I go to Karo, I was livid. I called the coordinator yesterday. I said, I will sack you immediately, irrespective of who brought you. I said, if this is not clear 24 hours, I'll sack you. I was going to expect the road from Apo to Wasa, the dualization of the second part of it that CGC is doing. At this side, look at the refuse. I didn't waste time. I said, if I see this refuse, in fact, when I traveled to UK to visit the family of my late senator, the city was sending me picture in the night what they are doing. But let us try to accept the simple truth too. Even as we are passing, people are building houses, right? They believe that they will bring everything, take for the old zincs and the rest, and come and dump. For government to come and cut away. I have no problem. That also tells you one very difficult thing to do in government is waste disposal. Why? It takes a lot of finance. You know that? It takes a lot of finance. Before, we don't know the contractors and everything was in the best. I call them political contractors. It was December. Remember? To give people. I will not accept it. I'm not saying that even there's refuse in the other place I will accept. But there are areas that you cannot. You can't. Because it is the eye of the city for there to be that kind of refuse. And I told them. And I said, look, if I get any complaint of refuse along this area, you are bound to lose your job. You don't even know who owns it. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, yes, we cannot say we have done 100%. No. Even when I was governor, nobody has gotten it 100% right. But that's not an excuse. We'll continue to do our best. The only thing I want you to do is the little we have done to improve the cleanliness of the city. I appreciate that. Not that you go one spot, for example, out of 2,000 spots, you see one refuse. Then the person who lives there, it may be working staff of Channel, it may be staff of AIT, it may be staff of Guardian. The person will do that refuse everywhere in Abuja. He will not say that refuse is go to everywhere in Abuja, and you know it's not correct. So the point I'm making is that we are doing our best. And now that you told me, as I leave this program, I have to go. Who is the contractor in charge of that area? Mind you, you must have the political will to terminate a lot of contracts.
Which you have. Yes, sir.
Why do you think I have it now?
Don't you have?
Why do you think I have it now?
Don't you have?
So the other one, do you believe I have? So it's this one you know I have.
Minister, the last time we spoke, I had asked you a question about the Jabi Lake and what your plans were for.
No, Jabi Lake, we have given it that.
Exactly, but do you care to still enlighten the residents of Abuja on what they should expect? Because it's quite brilliant that you have taken action towards ensuring that it is facelifted and
why
turned
don't you like to surprise people?
Interesting.
Why don't you like to surprise people?
Okay, so what?
You know, no, what I'm trying to say, why don't you like to surprise people? Well, why do you, if I say it was a surprise again? But let me tell you, no, but let me tell you the truth. It's part of the problem. People took that land around Jabi 15, 20 years to develop the place. Nothing happened. Nothing. One of these days I was passing, so what is this? Look at, this is a prime area. I called the director of land administration. What's happening here? You saw the game and said, we will revoke it. Who is who in Nigeria? You see, it's easy for you. You don't know what to pass through. Who is who in Nigeria? Calling you, of course. I just said, look, what do you want me to do? You would have called me when I'm not taking the decision. I'm taking the decision. And then I can do about it. Sorry. But again, you have to, well, whether I like it or not, there are people you must respect. That's okay. The only condition now I will give you, because there was no agreement signed with the FCT, nothing. That's okay. There are people from Lagos who also applied. As to what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide it into two. You sign an agreement for me, in the next 6 months, you've done 70% of the development. In next, you've done this. If you don't do it in 6 months' time, you take our land back. Right?
Honorable Minister.
No, let me finish now. So, and they were surprised. After about 3 weeks, I passed, I've lost everything. I called the other land, called them. That 3 weeks has passed too. 3 weeks have passed. Go there now. They are working. It will be something that you'll be very happy at the end when it is done. There's a hotel there. What bonds to whatever. I said, look, this is what people will like. We all travel. Whoa, look how beautiful. Is it the magic? That we cannot also do the same thing. So, but you see, the point we are trying to say that so many of these things, you take decisions, people don't know why you take such a decision. But they turn around to say, you are grabbing the land. Then when they will just blackmail you. And you will not defend me. In fact, you will say, you think so.
No,
We are always calling you a spokesman. We are always calling you a spokesman.
Who?
Larry, like he's always appearing as studios.
What do you mean by that? Is he not our spokesman? Is he with you here? What do you mean? Is he not paid to defend me?
Honestly, is that you know, because we are around this Jabi Lake project. I think the agreement was signed this February.
Yes.
Based on what you spoke about, and I personally, because when you talk before now, when you talk about Abuja, it's about politics and probably real estate. But I see that through your agencies, you are beginning to rethink the federal capital, because beyond the tourism hub which you are trying to develop there, you know, across that road is where you have Nigeria Tourist. They are just across there. You have a couple of hotels there. So when that comes to full operation, you know, that whole road will be a very busy. Even every Saturday when you go there in the morning, from morning till night. And then there's also the film village, the Abuja Film Village. That has also been, I think, which agency of.
That's where you have the film village. Do you know when the facilities, the government tells you to do the whole roads there? Not when they were just leasing the land for sale. When I came, I said no. I said I won't take it again. We got people from what they call Dubai City Walk.
Yeah.
Come and see petitions. Come and see petitions. Oh, he has taken the land, this and this and that. It didn't bother me. I called CGC. That's a particular road the people wanted. I said, look, go and see what they are doing there now. I'm not the one to benefit from it at the end of the day. I don't think I'll be here before that is finished. But whoever is coming will be difficult for him to change that. People will say, hey, something must be wrong there with you. But see, taking that decision, you don't know what will pass through. But like I said, that's what leadership is all about.
All right.
Everything must not be easy. Yes.
All right, Honorable Minister, very commendable. In fact, I don't know what you're trying to do at the Abuja City Gate, but I'm very happy that something is going to come out beautiful out of there, because that's the gateway into the city. And it tells me that people are beginning to return investor confidence into the city.
Have you been to our city gate? The gate, I mean, yes.
And I'm seeing that you're also not leaving yourself out at the Life Camp runabout here. It's like the biggest runabout in Nigeria.
When you're entering Abuja, what do you call it now?
Was the city gate?
Yes.
Abuja City Gate. That's what I was making reference to, sir.
Have you seen what's going on there?
But we know there's construction, but we don't really know. Yes.
By May, go and see what will be there.
And
because that is not befitting. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, because a lot of complaints have always come out of that. It's an eyesore when you enter into the capital of Nigeria. So my question is...
It's an eyesore because I'm the one here.
No, before now. I mean, before now. I'm talking of before now, Honorable Minister. That's why I say it's highly commendable, because people say Abuja is soulless, no arts around and all of that. Now, my question is, Abuja turned 50 in February last year, and we had expected the federal government of Nigeria, led by President Tinubu, who is the governor of the city, and your humble self as his representative in Abuja here, to actually enlighten Nigerians on where the city was and where it is today, and maybe where it will be in the future. But we didn't really see that coming. Okay, can you talk to us what the Tinubu administration plan is for Abuja in the next 50 years?
That's you like a funfair. You like ceremony. You like ceremony. And 15 years. Let's do ceremony. What Abuja was. So what will help the people? But that's not the point. We decided not to. I want to package it together with President 3 years in office. The mere fact that today is my birthday doesn't mean I will celebrate my birthday today. These are just surprises. You've now made me let the cat out of the bag. So you don't need to. What I'm trying to say, we don't want to take the shine. It is Mr. President that have to take the shine. It is his administration. And
no more cat, I like it to let out of the bag. I was thinking about the other day, and commendably, Arab rules, it's other
Why do you call
but
Arab rule? Is it Arab
that's
rule?
I don't know. That's the name.
Arab
I cannot change the name.
We used to
That,
have a contracting
that place belongs to Arab contractors.
Are they paying anybody to have that?
Well, maybe the honorable minister will have to take them up
you see,
to come and pay
you
for
see,
the name.
But no, let me tell you, by the time you take decision now, that's Mazango. Now, you don't want to promote
Tension.
our communities. We don't want to.
Okay.
Now, but if you go and say stop it now, some people thinking they'll go in a religious way. That's not because it's Arab. You know, it's. But again, that is where we are.
Okay.
That's society that we're in.
All right.
And we don't want our communities to come out.
All right.
That is the publicity. Why am I going to publicize Arab? How will I do that? Is it my job? If they're going to pay money to us, then we can do that.
All right, Honorable Minister. Rehabilitation of that road is ongoing, and I can attest to that. But there's one place where the people there are begging for your attention as well. This one is very crucial. Perhaps maybe for a long time they've been no. Perhaps for a very long time they've been under the Abuja municipal area. That's Lugbe.
Lugbe.
Yes.
Okay.
What is now that the FCT has taken over the operations of that
The technology village, which
of
is
that
Abuja
sprawling
city.
area, what is your master plan to develop Lugbe to a standard?
Okay. Let me tell you. Work according to the resources you have. I don't want to make promises I cannot fulfill. And no one government, no matter how long you stay, can solve all the problems. You can't. You can't. My major problem today is I can develop that Maitama 2, right? Which has been there for years, where the land have allocated. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. So people have paid for many years. And virtually more than 3,000 persons. And it's a place that by the time we develop it, you see, population begin to move down, and so that we can decongest here. Now let me tell you, that project is costing us by the approval of the Executive Council 600 something billion. 600 something billion. Now, tell me the truth. Even if I see they have the whole body, can I carry the whole money and put on that project? Certainly not. Certainly not. But it's a major project, very important project that must be done. So when you say develop Lugbe, develop this place, it's good. But is it realizable now? It cannot, based on our finances. It's not. And I tell people that truth.
There's a hospital you visited, sorry, not a hospital, a community you visited in 2024. And now they're saying we should remind you, when you came there, you got the community excited. It's Nigerianpolitics Road in Apple.
Nigerianpolitics Road is not the community.
Yeah, well, they said that, well, there's a community.
No, you said there's a community they told you to remind me.
Yes.
Ask them what's the name of that community.
Well, whatever the name is, they say that.
So how will I know what I told them?
Let me describe it. You know you visited the place in 2024.
I've visited so many places.
This one is in Nigerianpolitics Road in Apple,
I don't
near
even know where
Cedar Crest Hospital.
We are Cedar.
Near Cedar Crest Hospital. They said you visited the place.
No, the road is we're about to Zebra Center.
I think that nothing is being done. I mean,
No,
that's why they're
that is the
asking.
point we are making. You see, that's what you must have to mobilize them first. But that's where I had problem with the police people where they were doing all that high tension. I have to have knocked down the building, and they said they will shoot, they will do this. These are the kind of things we're talking about. Now I remember, it's an important road. For me, there's no road that's not important in Abuja. Look, the only thing that makes me happy when I see a lot of text, please remember us, which means they realize that something's going on somewhere. So it makes me happy. It makes me happy. And it should make you people happy.
All right, there's also a request from another community in Karo of an abattoir which is being used by lots of drug peddlers and all of that. Recently, a young person was killed in that place because of drug and all of that, and they want that abattoir to be relocated. What can you do about that? And then also the Abuja University of Science and Technology, that when will academic activities commence, Honorable Minister?
They also told you that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see the letter. Even the abattoir, that's why should be located. Tell them to write me later.
So a letter was written, Honorable Minister.
They no letter. Want to see to me directly?
Yes,
no,
to
no
the
letter.
office, sir.
Bring the copy.
Okay, sir.
I know you're from here.
Yes, actually.
Abuja University of Science and Technology.
Yes, sir.
Go and see what is going on with projects and the rest of it. You see, our problem here is that we just want to have a university. Nobody says, how do we have a quality university? And when I went there in 2023, I said, what is this? Even as a secondary school, I can't send my work certificate. They said, oh, they want it like that. I said, no, not want to be here. So now we are building lecturers' quarters, amphitheater, classrooms, and this and that. People should be patient.
Now, Minister, you seem to always have something up your sleeve, and like you said, you like to surprise people with goodies in the FCT. And you rightly also pointed out that from tomorrow, you will begin a thank you visit to area councils within the Federal Capital Territory. Now, it's less than 3 months to Mr. President's third year in office. Are we expecting yet another spree of commissioning within the Federal Capital Territory?
Do you need to be told?
Another surprise?
Do you need to be told? Why not here when I say by the time President will just turn the anniversary? You don't need to be told. That's something you are seeing it with your eyes, so that cannot be a surprise. We have deluge of projects. Projects. Deluge.
Honorable Minister, one political question before we go. The talks is that there was a national campaign council by the All Progressives Congress to campaign for APC candidates in this last election, with the governor of Kwara State, the chairman. But it looks like you overshadowed all of them, and they didn't really have to do so much, including the deputy speaker and all of that.
I don't know what you mean by overshadow. You were there when the deputy speaker said, with the performance of the minister, they have no problems. That my performance will bring them to win an election. So I don't know what you mean by overshadowing. But with all due respect, let me tell you, I want to use this opportunity to thank the chairman, the governor of Kwara, thank the governor of Ogun Dabo. They were very, very concerned, and they were, in fact, making sure that, giving me the necessary support. But I can also tell you, so many people do want to tell me to fail. It's true. We're all politicians. So many people wanted me to fail. I know. And so being a politician, look, we can see, we can feel it, we know. But we have to tell them that we are old in this game. You understand me? But I commend Dapo, Abiodun, and the governor of, and then the governor of Kogi. Okay. No, that's how I never appeared anywhere. So, governor of Kogi, who took his time to come. I commend very sincere work with you for to achieve. I don't run this west and a dam. Okay.
We kicked out. Would you like to quickly measure some of the projects that Mr. President?
I don't even know where to start. But let me just tell you one that's very basic. Provision of water in the satellite.